What's going on, guys? My name is Christian,
And I'm Aaron.
and you're watching the College Football Dropouts. On today's episode, we'll be doing a season preview on the 2026 Ohio State Bucks. Let's jump on into it. So, off the jump, I believe this is one of the best, if not the best, roster, top to bottom, in the country.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're returning a Heisman finalist in Julian Sand, a future what I think would be Heisman finalist, if not winner, in Jeremiah Smith, and a absolute stud at running back.
Yeah. 1,000-yard rusher is a true freshman.
Yep. You want to tell the world what his name is?
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson. He is living up to the hype. But yeah, top to bottom, I mean, talent everywhere. Again, going back to Julian Sand, passed for over 3,500 yards, I believe. I want to say 35 touchdowns and 8 interceptions.
Crazy efficient.
Yeah. But the number that jumps up the most, 77% completion rate.
Yeah, that is a crazy clip.
77%. Now I'd have to go back, break down the film and the numbers, and see what percentage of that went to Jeremiah Smith. But still, regardless, insane.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jeremiah Smith, people say best receiver in college football. He might be the best player in college football.
Got to disagree. He's not the best receiver in college football. The best receiver in college football is Cam Coleman. Okay?
No, I don't see that.
My personal opinion. But anyway.
And Jeremiah Smith, his overall body of work, his overall game is just there's not a single weakness in it. Now, Cam Coleman, when it comes to just catching a football, Cam Coleman's probably like the craziest athlete I've ever seen. I'm not sure that kid's human. But Jeremiah Smith, he has the route running. Maybe Cam Coleman didn't get that because he was in a very vanilla system. But he has the route running, he has the after the catch yards, and he has it all. Complete package to me.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do think you can go week in on who is the number one receiver realistically. I think one week it looks like it's Jeremiah Smith, and the next week it looks like it's Cam Coleman. And it's kind of like, But anyway, yeah, the guy is superhuman.
Yeah.
Insane specimen. 6'4", over 200 pounds. I mean, this kid had NFL size out of high school.
Yeah. Insane.
Some would argue he had, the skill set out of high school, based off how fast he's trajected in his short time at Ohio State. But let's not give him all the props because a receiver can't look good without a quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you have on Julian Sand?
Crazy efficient, like we were saying. Probably one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Probably about it. A Heisman candidate going into the season already. I'm excited to see who emerges as Ohio State's 2 and 3. How involved the tight ends get. I mean, Julian Sand is there's a lot of quarterbacks in the country that envy what he has in terms of weapons. I mean, the weapons Ohio State has are just crazy.
Yeah.
And it's also a thing where quarterbacks envy Julian Sand, coaches envy Ryan Day.
100%.
I mean, he's got it all.
Yeah.
All the resources you could want at Ohio State, diehard fan base, fan base that probably hated him for a while till he won a title 2 years ago. But, I mean, he just has all these toys to play with. I mean, he's yielded some great results, and I expect him to yield some great results this year, too. He also, not just the athletes he has to play with, but his DC, Matt Patricia, probably one of the best defensive minds in college football right now. And then bringing in Arthur Smith as OC for the first year. He kind of flopped and floundered in the NFL for a few years, but I would imagine Ohio State sees something in him to bring him in year one.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's definitely got a lot of toys to play with, not just on the offensive side of the ball, but the defensive side as well.
Yeah.
Now, let's get into the fun toys that he's lost.
Yeah. Yeah, I
You know,
lost Caleb Downs
hmm
and Davison Igbinosun. So the secondary might be a little suspect. I mean, Ohio State's one of those programs where they're always going to have, 5-star coming up off the bench. So I assume they'll be okay, just maybe a little inexperienced at times.
hmm
But I mean, you can't really replace Downs and Igbinosun just straight off the rip like that.
No, I mean Downs definitely hurt the worst. Caleb Downs, in my opinion, was one of the better collegiate DBs I think I've watched. Just how versatile he
Yeah.
was, and from a young age. I mean, he was versatile his freshman year at Bama.
Yeah.
Other than him getting completely destroyed by that USF running back, but we're gonna we're gonna forget about that. Um, but yeah, I mean, Caleb Downs, dude, freak athlete, can play multiple positions on the defensive side of the ball. And that's just hard to replace no matter who you are,
Yeah.
no matter how many 5 stars you have behind him. But I agree with you. Ohio State is one of those teams, though, that they don't rebuild, they reload.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you come in, a guy gives you a solid 2, maybe 3 years, but you're comfortable because you've got this 5 star that waited his turn and he's ready.
Learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to learn under some amazing athletes and a great coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've been talking about all the things Ohio State does have.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about what they don't have,
Okay.
and that is a workable schedule.
Yeah.
This schedule is insane.
Oh man, dude, that schedule. Oof. That's all I can say. That is a rough one. You want to go down it?
We'll just highlight a few.
Okay.
I mean, they start off pretty hard at Texas week 2. I imagine this will be a game that's a lot more exciting and exhilarating than it was last year. 14-7. Arch Manning really came on at the end of the season last year, and then it's going to be at Texas. And, Texas also got some new toys to play with. Got Cam Coleman, brought back Ryan Wingo.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm expecting a little, maybe not a shootout, but both teams will probably get to 20.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go down a couple weeks. They host Illinois, not too bad, but then they have to go to Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, at Iowa can be tricky.
Oh yeah, that's a. I don't want to say a sleeper game. That is a game that Ohio State could come out flat-footed and asleep and get completely surprised.
Yeah, I mean, when you got a schedule this tough, it's easy to come out flat against anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Then a couple weeks later they go to Indiana. That's going to be arguably game of the year, maybe.
Yeah, I don't see Indiana being as good this upcoming season as they were last year, personally. But it is a Kurt Signetti coach team.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback Josh Hoover that Indiana brought in.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did a lot of good things at TCU. I'm excited to see what he does at Indiana, especially under the tutelage of Kurt Signetti.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing about this Indiana game that stands out to me is the 7th game in a row for Ohio State.
Brutal.
Yeah, that is a tough break.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, they get their bye, and it's right back into the meat blender. They're at USC.
Yeah. I mean, top to bottom, that schedule is probably the hardest in college football this upcoming year.
Yeah.
But let me say this, that week 2 Texas game for both teams, I think, depending on how the game goes, decides the fate for the rest of the season.
I mean, to me, both teams are playoff. Like, they're locks to get the playoffs unless something, someone gets hurt or a couple guys get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that, like, let's say Ohio State loses this game. I'm not saying that, their season for the rest of the year is just going to be a downhill. Really, I guess what I'm saying, the biggest thing is the winner of that game, they're going to be riding the high for quite some time. Now, the loser, it's going to be one of those things where they just take it on the chin. It's like, hey, on to the next one. Because with this schedule, if Ohio State does drop this game, it's not a huge deal.
I mean, there's really not much room for error on this schedule to me. I
I
mean,
don't think so.
this is a schedule that's so tough, and Ohio State's a team that's so talented that you can go 9-3 and they'd still probably get in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they play Texas, Indiana, USC, Oregon, and Michigan, and then plus a few other ones that we left out. But like that's just insanely brutal. And if the committee values strength of schedule like they're saying they're going to, I think 9-3 would be fine. But still, it's like you never know what chaos will happen around you. And you don't want to leave it in the committee's hand. Like you want to be undeniable.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, so I really do hope that the committee finally does key in strength of schedule, because I would much rather see a 9-3 Ohio State team than a 10-2, 11-1, let's say, Tulane team.
Yeah, they got to get rid of the G5.
Yeah, I mean that's got to go.
But even if Ohio State's 10-2, like say Ohio State's 10-2 with a 3-point loss to Texas and a 3-point loss to Indiana, and then you got like undefeated SMU. Not throwing shots at SMU, but like one team had to work a lot harder to get to 10-2 than SMU had to work to get to 12-0.
Yeah.
This Ohio State schedule's wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
See, and it's stuff like this in college football. I'm going to get off track here for a second. In my dream world, the committee, if they have two teams that they're 50-50 on, like either one can get on like an undefeated SMU or a 2-loss Ohio State, I wish they would take a week in the year that those teams just play.
Have a play-in.
Yeah, just have a play-in. And I feel like the fans would appreciate that. Because, oh, man, nothing would be more electric than, like, mid-December, when they're kind of in that cutoff for the season, getting ready for the postseason, a little mid-December playing game.
So you're saying expand the playoffs?
Sure. I mean, I don't care. I wouldn't mind it. More football for me.
I don't know. I think they should just maybe change the way it's done.
I don't know. But I think this team will get a little bit of leeway, but it depends on who they lose to and how they lose to them. Because like you said, I mean, if they 10-2 with losses to Texas and Indiana by a combined of
less than 10.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
You have to get in.
Yeah.
Now say they go 9-3 with like a loss to Texas, Indiana, and then they lose a game to Iowa or at Nebraska. Then it gets a little dicey.
Yeah. I don't know. I personally, but again, this is why I'm not on the committee, I would let a team with this type of schedule slide with 3 losses.
Yeah.
Personally.
Wrapping up the last little bit of the schedule. After USC, next week they're hosting Oregon. Another game of the year candidate. Then they get Northwestern, ain't nobody scared of Northwestern.
No.
Respectful, maybe disrespectfully.
Dude, we've been in a bad slump for like a long time, and I don't think I would fear Northwestern being on our schedule.
We're going to meet them in the Outback Bowl and lose now.
Birmingham Bowl.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Then after that, they got at Nebraska, maybe a sneaky game. I don't know what Nebraska's going to be this year. New quarterback in Calandria. We'll see what Matt Rule can do. And then, of course, they close the year out with Michigan.
The game
at Ohio State.
I think right now, based off roster and coaching, I think Ohio State handles that game easily. I think the only hiccups I see them having potentially would be Texas, Indiana, Iowa, and Oregon. And I think if you can win 2 of those games handedly, and if you do drop 2, keep it very, very close, you're in, no questions asked.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. The thing that really sucks with this schedule is like it's hard games, but a lot of these hard ones are on the road. Like at Texas, Iowa's not like the hardest, probably not even the fifth hardest team on the schedule, but it's at Iowa, at Indiana, at USC, at Nebraska. So it's like you're not catching a break with who you're playing, and you're not catching a break with where you're playing them at.
Yeah.
So,
and can them Northern boys take the Southern heat?
Oh, I believe it. All that to say, though, going through how hard the schedule is, I have no doubt Ohio State makes playoffs.
Yeah, me either. Me either.
I'm not going to predict them to win the Natty because I don't know who my national champion pick is yet. I mean, Ohio State's going to be in the mix for a long, long time.
Yeah, they're going to be there until a NFL team comes to Ryan Day with a blank check.
Yeah, I don't even know if he'd take it.
I don't know either, but until that happens, they're going to be in contention for a long, long time. I would honestly be shocked to see anything less than second round by them.
Yeah.
I would be absolutely shocked. So, well, again, my name is Christian.
And I'm Aaron. And this has been our breakdown on the Ohio State Buckeyes 2026 preview. Please let us know what you think. What games do you think can trip them up? What do you think of their roster, their coaching staff? And let us know what team you'd like us to break down next.
Thank you.
Thank you.